Hello, my name is Sip Mendez. Welcome to Sip's Wood Chips. And today we're going to look at Carbide wood lathe turning tools. I don't own very many of them, and actually just a few. But I decided to go ahead and get a set of these. But before we do that, I want to thank everybody who's been watching the videos. I really appreciate that, especially subscribers. If you're not a subscriber, click on subscribe. And if you want to be notified of each new video, remember, click on the bell. So let's look at the wood turning tools. I purchased this set of wood turning tools maybe about a year ago now, and I have not used them yet. But it's about time I get down to it. And these are not expensive tools. These are on budget tools or economical tools, and they're very inexpensive. I think I may have paid about $50 or more, U.S. currency. And these are the tools, and this set includes two handles. That's these two handles here. It has a hollowing tool, a round nose tool, and I think that is, I forgot what they call that one. I get the round one and the square one, and they're the opposite of what you would normally think. This would be like a round nose tool, but it is a design tool, I think. And this other one here, the square one, is, I believe they call that the roughing tool, and then the very pointed one is the detailing tool. But there are some nice things about them, and let's see if I can get them out of here. Okay, these are the handles, and they're kind of sculpted, shaped, you know, nice. They fit in my hand quite well, but I do have a small hand. I would think for some people this might feel uncomfortably narrow. And this is the second tool. And so what you can do is you can set up two tools with two different tips and have them ready to use them at any time. It goes all the way in. So you can set up two of these and have them ready to use at any time, like this. Okay, which is kind of nice. That way you can go between tools. But also, if you need more leverage, you can take these apart. You can remove the end cap like this. Only one of them. Let's see how I get confused on these things here. And then you have to remove the holder part from this one, and then they give you this part here, this adapter, and you can screw that into the end like that, and now you have a long handle hollowing tool, or whatever tip you want to use up there. But that gives you a lot more leverage. It's very strong that way, and I really like that about this particular set, and that's why I picked this set. Now let's look at what is included in here. We already looked at the hollowing tool. It has a very small little cutting wheel, carbide cutting wheel. There is a tool here that you can use to loosen the tips, and then you can rotate them to expose unused portions of the cutting edge. Okay, there's that one. Then this round one, I get, like I was saying, I get confused on the names. This I would call a round nose tool, and maybe we should just call it a round nose tool for today. And then it also includes this tool, which is square, and it's got four sides sharp, so you can rotate and use the four different sides. so you don't have to resharpen. That's a good thing about it. And then the last one is this one here, and this is what they call the detailing tip, and it has two tips, one up and one safely stored down here too, so you can change to expose another clean cutting tool. And these fit in very nicely in here. And so you insert them like that, and it's, to me they look like they're very strong, very, very usable. They include an Allen wrench to tighten the tips in here so they don't slide on you, and it has two Allen screws. And then if you want to seal off the cap again, cap the end on it, you can just use the plug. And I think they're very good. I can tell the edges have been actually rounded off slightly so they don't cut into your tool rest. And we'll give them a chance today, and we'll see how well they work. All right, I've got a piece of timber there ready, and we'll give it a try. The first tool we're going to start with is we're going to use this one. This is a square tool, and this is usually referred to as the rougher. And I think a lot of these tools, you use them the way you use your tools. That's all there is to it. And what they call them, what they name them, and the recommendations, you can always do what you think is going to work best for you. And remember that this is how I do things. This is not the best way to do things, nor the most proper way to do things, but this is the way I do things. And we're going to go ahead and try it out. And there is a little bit of bark left here, some rough spots where the bark was, or still is really. It's just the rough part is not there. And we'll see how it does. I'm spinning at 850 RPM. And here we go. Let's see, everything. We'll check our tension, pressure on our tailstock, and see. Okay, here we go. So this is my first try. Wow, it really tore it out. I guess it's really meant for getting somewhere fast. Let me take it down some more, and then let me get over here. But yeah, it cuts with both the front edge and the corner. So it's actually cutting using these cutting edges, and that's what keeps it from jamming. It just wants to cut it. I'm going to move it up a little bit to, let's see, that's about 950 RPM. think I'm doing that right, or maybe this wood is just way too green. Looks like it was trying to cut it off there, but it's just pulling it up instead of cutting it. Okay. This is almost gone. We'll give it one more try. Okay, this may be due to the green wood. Took this down, pulling it up. Maybe it's a change in grain in the wood. Well, that was the rougher. Now this one here, it's got a round cutter. And I would say that it is about 12 millimeters. The underside is also rounded and smaller to let it get in there. I'm going to lower my tool rest just slightly. And that should give me a better approach to it. This they call the finisher. Alright, so for a finisher that did a lot better. Cut away all the fuzz. There's a few little grooves that remain from the previous tool. Let me cut a little deeper and see how it does. But this bark is almost gone. And now I'm going to move it up to 1,000 RPM. It's not a whole lot from where I was. I think that tool did a lot better. Really did good. I've got some rough spots. I guess that takes a little while to learn your tools, and I think I can get used to that. So this is what's called the detailer. Like I said before, it's got two tips, one forward, one back. This one's kept guarded and save it so when you wear out this tip, then you can use the one on the opposite side there. And I'm just going to cut some grooves and see what we get here. That sure tore up the bark. This is bark in here, but over in the good wood, it does well. Does quite well. I think with dry wood and some sanding, that would be just fine. We'll try over here and see what it does. Nice shaving. Yeah, and good wood does fine. Does very good. Again, very green wood. And I looked up how much I paid for the set. I bought this in February of 2024, and I paid about $65 US currency. And I did buy it through Amazon. So it's pretty good. I don't have anything right now to use the hollowing tool, but I guess that would be interesting to do. So I think that works out pretty good. Also, I didn't mention is that they give you spare parts. So there are 4 cutting tips on the tools themselves. They already come installed. And then in these tools here, there are in these parts. There are more Allen screws, grub screws, sometimes they call them. Here's another roughing tip. This is a small round one. This would be for the hollowing tool. There's 4 extra screws that hold on the tips, and then another 12 millimeter round cutting tip. And then there's also another detailing tip. So that's pretty good. That's, you know, with I could make more tools with just these parts. Yeah, and the shaft, it's a steel shaft. Yeah, well, I'm very pleased with my purchase. I think I need to learn more about it. I think it's more a me thing than a actual anything else. Just having to learn how to use them. And yeah, I'm very pleased with it. So if you've enjoyed the video, click on like. And if you're not a member of YouTube, sign up for an account. It's quick and it's easy. And if you want to leave comments, that would be great. If you're not a subscriber, click on subscribe. And if you want to be notified of each new video, remember, click on the bell. So until next time, take care.